So today we're going to dive into a really fascinating approach to healing. It does something pretty unique. It brings together ancient Eastern philosophy with the solid framework of modern Western psychology. It's all about a journey inward and using art itself as the map to get there.
This quote really nails it, right? A journey of self-discovery. And any great journey needs a guide, a map maker. So to really understand this path, we've got to start by meeting the person who charted it in the first place.
So, who exactly is the mind behind this whole therapeutic model? Because, let's be honest, to really trust a method like this, we need to know who's steering the ship and feel good about their credibility.
Okay, so the method was developed by Pranathi Maramraj, and what's so important about her background is how it perfectly blends these different worlds. I mean, she has a master's in creative arts therapy and counseling. That's the solid clinical foundation. But then she's also certified in children's yoga, which shows you how she weaves mindfulness right into the heart of her practice. It's that very combination that makes her approach so special.
Right, so that brings us to the big question. What is chakra meditative art therapy anyway? Let's break down what this is all about.
At its core, this is all about getting to know your own mind on a much, much deeper level. The whole idea is that creating art can be a key to unlock parts of your subconscious that, words just can't always reach. It allows you to gently work through experiences that might be buried way down deep.
Now, to make this idea, which can feel a little abstract, really click, the therapist uses this incredibly powerful metaphor to guide the whole healing process, the growth of a tree, right from a tiny seed all the way up to a full, branching form.
And this path, it's broken down into 3 really intuitive stages. It starts with planting the seed. That's all about self-reflection. Then you get to growing roots, where art becomes the main tool for processing trauma. And finally, there's branching out, which is all about reaching a new level of spiritual awareness and personal growth. It's just a beautiful, organic, step-by-step journey. So we get the concept. It sounds amazing. But what does it actually look like in a session? What are the tools that are used to guide someone on this journey through art? Well, the approach is actually highly structured. It's not just about, go paint whatever you feel. It uses very specific art prompts and a whole array of materials, and everything is tailored to your own personal treatment goals. And this is all combined with things like guided chakra meditations and structured questions to create this really complete therapeutic experience. Now, this is a really crucial point. What takes this from just being an interesting idea to a credible, legitimate therapeutic method? Well, the answer is all in its foundation.
And this is so key. This method wasn't just built in a vacuum. It's actually validated by research that demonstrates its effectiveness. And it integrates principles from foundational psychologists. We're talking about the thinkers who really shaped our modern understanding of the mind. This grounds the spiritual practice firmly within the established field of therapy.
And here's where you can really see it all come together. On one side, you have the ancient wisdom of Eastern philosophy, things like understanding chakra functions and practicing mindfulness. And on the other, you have the evidence-based framework of Western psychology, with its professional counseling standards and modern techniques for processing trauma. It's the way these two worlds are woven together that gives this method its incredible power.
This brings us to something that's absolutely critical in any form of therapy: privacy. I mean, when you're exploring such personal territory, you have to feel that your trust and your information are totally protected.
It's such a critical question, isn't it? When a process is this deeply personal, how can you be sure your information is protected? Well, the answer lies in a very clear, very professional commitment to confidentiality.
The privacy policy is built on a foundation of absolute trust. All client information is kept strictly confidential and is fully compliant with strict HIPAA standards. And the commitment is crystal clear. Your personal information is never, ever sold, traded, or rented. Nothing is shared without your written consent, period, unless it's mandated by law. And this framework is all about transparency. It clearly lays out your rights as a client, like your right to access your own data or withdraw consent, and then the corresponding responsibilities of the practitioner to safeguard that information using robust security and ethical standards. It's a two-way street.
So, when you step back and look at the whole picture, this is what it is. Chakra meditative art therapy is a true bridge. It connects the spiritual with the scientific, ancient wisdom with modern, evidence-based practice, and deep, personal exploration with the absolute highest standards of professional ethics. So, After exploring this entire framework, we're left with one final thought. And the ultimate question isn't just about this specific therapy, but what it represents. It's really a question for you. What could you discover on your own path to awareness?